Witam was serdecznie. Okej, następna misja główna. Z tą porozmawiamy.
And you must be the latest poor fool to get dragged into our dysfunctional little family. Whoa. I know a few dark sides of the Aquila moons, but if you're looking for deep history lessons, well, I'm gonna fall asleep before you do.
Trust me. Don't encourage him. Kuriko, by the way. Hi, hi.
Kto to jest? Kto dzieciaków tutaj zaprosił?
Too late. Been there, done that.
We explore space. Safety and comfort are luxuries.
That's enough. Look, Cora goes where I go. But it's not like I'm dragging her into every dark cave we uncover. She'll be on the ship. Now, let's talk business. Sarah tell you about the expedition? Sure enough, that's where we're heading. The three of us are heading to Aquila, first settled planet of the Freestar Collective and, not coincidentally, the home of their capital, Aquila City. We'll land in the city's spaceports, but the frontier's our goal. It's rough country. Spawned a lot of stories. And I got a lead on a tale that makes me think one thing. Artefakt.
Wszystko gotowe.
Okay. We'll meet you on board your ship. Talk more when we get there. Once we land on Aquila, it's gonna be you and me. So if you want to do any freewheeling before then, Cora and I will just be riding passenger.
Do Akili. Już tutaj byliśmy. Tak. Kurde, znowu mi ucieka statek.
Right, we're here. You ready? Because once we get started, I'm gonna be riding your tail till this is over.
No spoko.
There's something you should know up front. I'm a Co. As in Solomon Co., first man on Aquila. That tale I mentioned before, the one I think is connected to an artifact, it's something of a family legend. After planetfall, Solomon spent years mapping Aquila, and he found a tiny little patch of nothing on his sensors. The kind of nothing an artifact produces. He called it the Empty Nest. Said it was a place even the wildlife of Aquila wouldn't go. Solomon's maps are locked up tight in the local gal bank. We'll be heading there.
Okej. Ale zanim... Artefakt?
Feels like I spent half my life trying to get out of this place.
How about I just show you instead of tell you?
Dobra, sprzedamy. Ciebie sprzedamy. Ciebie sprzedamy. Ciebie nie A, mogę to zostawić. Ale olać, dobrze jest. Amunicji chyba ty nie masz, bo ty masz amunicję.
Outlaws? Gosh, you ask me? Traveling and just so you know.
Co my potrzebujemy? 777 686 7,5 nie 6,5 686 i 11. Więc to co ty nie masz.
All right. The family has a few different deposit boxes secured in here, so let's look around. Here's a copy of the key. Okay, now remember, Solomon was from an earlier generation, so it's not going to be on a slate. Big bundles of paper is what we're after.
Mamy?
Oh, no. Jacob. Of course that old mule saw this coming. There we do. I was hoping to avoid the estate when we landed. Cora's gonna be so mad. We really gotta do this.
Tak.
And why do you have to be so pushy, huh? You're not wrong. I know, it's just... it's personal. All right, fine. He's my dad, okay? We're not exactly on friendly terms. He probably figured I'd come for the maps at some point.
A proszę, ojciec.
Family business just wasn't something I wanted to get into, you know? Yeah, well, sorry I'm such a pain about it. No forgiveness between me and my old man. It's, co-tradition. All right, shall we?
Yep. No to jest blisko.
Ranger Central. Not a bad bar, too.
No i dzień dobry.
Well, well. Sam Cole finally decides to darken our doorstep again.
You know why I'm here.
Oh? What's that? You come to your senses? Realize where you ought to be for once?
I ain't asking again.
You ain't asked once. Let's hear it. I want you to say the words about what's more important to you than family.
Okay, this was a mistake.
The only mistake I'm seeing here is you. Bringing your Constellation lackey here instead of my granddaughter. Come to help Sam loot his ancestry? You're not getting those maps. Full stop.
W imieniu to, co powie, jest widocznie obok imienia.
Nothing's more important than family. Nothing. If Sam had stuck around, he'd know that. You wouldn't be here.
All right, that's enough. Come on, let's you and I talk. In private.
Welcome home, Sam. Make your visit short, okay? It's what you do.
I hope Cora doesn't get too much underfoot. Give me a sec. All right, let's talk options. You're flying in the face of my 30-plus years experience with the man, but all right. I hope you like arguing.
Spoko. Rozmawiaj z Jacobem.
Sam's Constellation lackey here to bother me again? Well, that's not your decision, is it? It's co-property by birthright. It stays here. Solomon did more than just take off when it suited him. He built things, inspired others. You think I'm not trying to help him?
Jeszcze dwa.
Well, it's not your place to butt in. I'm not flapping my...
Dupa.
Sam's constellation lackey here to bother? Well, that's not your decision. Not liking you.
Ej, Jezus.
I know all
Mamy.
about your group's reputation. It's not what concerns me. Can't believe I'm saying this. But if it'll get you out of my hair, then fine. You can have the maps. They're in the other room. Here. Key.
Oj, musiałem kota wpuścić. Mamy mapy.
All right, let's see if we can find the empty nest. All right, let me think. The way I heard it, the readings he was getting were normal at first, then they bottomed out. And no creature, alien or otherwise, would dare step inside. There. Found it. Oh boy. That's a problem. Well, you ain't wrong. But let's take a look at what we're up against. First, it's in the middle of the frontier, which we already expected. No problems there, but the usual tussling with alien wildlife. But the empty nest is a cave right in the middle of Shaw Gang territory. Same outlaws who held up Galbank. Well, just remember, it's about the artifact, not them. Hurting bad guys puts a smile on your face, that's a bonus. Let's get to that cave.
Dobra. Nie tu. O. No dobrze. Po kolejny artefakt. Okej. Ulala, 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 wyjdź stąd! Kto mi tutaj strzela? Tutaj jesteś. No. No i... Łani, że nic nie widzę. Mam 20 z 20. Git. Muszę podnapteczki sobie kupić. Dobrze, to mi się podoba. I następny to dam. 20% więcej obrażeń. Skrytka kontrabantem. Kurde i dupa. Jestem ciekawy, co jest tutaj tak. Tak, damy. Co? Nikt tutaj się nie zmieści. Ja chcę tę skrzynkę otworzyć, ale nie chcę swoich wszystkich wichrów na tym zmarnować. No i znowu, kurczę mole. Ja mogę tutaj iść. Mamy trójkę. Mam dwójkę, jedynkę potem. Ale mam tutaj trójkę. Was. Ciebie by mógł. No. Ciebie. Ciebie. I mamy jeden. I znowu. Ja chcę to otworzyć. Jedyne co się zmieści to jest... Okej, ty jeszcze. Ty już nie. Ty nie, ty tak, ty oczywiście i ty też. Ciebie damy tu. No i... Wiecie co? Ja to zrobię po prostu poza nagraniem, bo tylko czas stracę, a potem razem obejrzymy, co tam jest w środku. I oczywiście od razu miałem przy następnym. Wartość 8 koła. Wartość 15 koła. O, apteczka. Ten weszliśmy. Idziemy dalej. Okej. Użyj broni. No odejdź. Mamy. Jakąś kryjówkę. Muszę z buta iść.
Fine. Let's get going.
Biegnij, Forrest, biegnij.
Cora was big into rock collecting when she was 8.
Z przecinakami. Ale okej, wyszliśmy. Ktoś tutaj będzie nas czekał. Tak.
I think that's far enough. Hate to put a hole in the head of Akila's own prodigal son. At least not before we've had a word.
You must be Shaw.
What I am is disappointed. Samco in the flesh, and he's peddling around the frontier with the has-beens of Constellation. Now you got past my crew, who I pay quite handsomely, I might add. Grabbed something from that weird cave. Probably whatever's been keeping the Ashta away. So, I'm down one hideout. Now, let's talk about what all that's worth to me. Your lives, your credits. One or the other, really.
Uuu, perswazja.
Oh, really? Let's hear it.
Nie podało nam całe twoje egzamin, jeśli staniesz, to walki zginiesz.
Tough talk. But you've backed it up so far, I'll admit.
Yep. Nie.
Don't bullshit me, Constellation. Always good to know someone who can keep their mouth shut. Fine. Get the hell out of here before I change my mind. I see you again. You're dead.
Dobra. Opcjonalnie zabij. A, tam nie musimy zabić.
We're in one piece.
You are entering United Colony space.
Let's get back to the launch.
Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Czysty jestem. Co?
Our scan detected contraband on board. Halt and prepare to be boarded. All illegal and stolen goods will be confiscated. I've got
Palax
special
2.
orders. You're coming with me. Stand down and prepare for immediate transport to our vessel. I've been authorized to inform you that you're being transferred to the UC Vigilance. You'll find out more when you get there. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to divulge any additional information. Smart decision. Stand by to be boarded and transferred.
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble?
I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk.
Może to, co z tej skrzynki
Stop
zabrałem.
worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back.
You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat.
The prisoner's ready, sir.
Okej, nowa frakcja na pewno.
I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss. Not this time. So, let me see what we're working with here. Says here that you spent several years as a soldier. That means you understand how to respect the chain of command. Good. I also see that you mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs. I will, when I'm ready.
O Jezus.
Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDev. Are you familiar with what we do? UC SysDev is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle the big picture stuff, we deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture.
Nie mam nic z nimi wspólnego.
No, you don't. Not yet, anyway. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down. Not for me, for yourself. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UCC Steph, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine. Of course you have a choice. It's just stacked in my favor. So, what do you say? You going to work with me, or should I find someone else?
Przyjmij ofertę.
Smart choice.
Nowe misje, nowa kasa, nowe XP.
I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
Kurde, ja nie chcę tą misję w ogóle zrobić. Tak, i inna frakcja. No.
Let's go. So, you took the op instead of serving the time. Guts. Still, it makes you wonder, especially with this.
Głęboka konspiracja.
Stories that go around. Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship and then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Could you imagine a worse way to go? I knew I couldn't.
Ale mam swoje bronie i wszystko.
Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right?
Ale musiałem być kiedyś złapany, żeby się nowa frakcja odblokowała.
Alright, this is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikande should be waiting for you.
Ale żeby tak mnie porwać.
Yes. What?
Hello.
Excuse me.
There you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse. Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. You'd better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
No dobrze. Dam z
I
siebie
wouldn't
wszystko.
expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDev, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway,
Tylko
it's
żeby
time to
się
hand you over
zamknął.
to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. Dismissed.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
No, luzik.
Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. Yes, of course. I'm sorry if I brought up any painful memories. Oh, one last thing. A bit of good news, actually. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for
proszę.
each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Dobra. Ale my dalej to tutaj zrobimy. Nie mogę podróżować do tego obszaru. No to nic. No to na tym. Twarde dowody, to muszę to zrobić? Nie mogę. Mają mnie po prostu. Wymuszają mnie, żebym tą misję ogarnął. No dobrze. No to na tym zakończy. A w następnym odcinku śmigam oczywiście dalej. To trzymajcie się i do zobaczenia.